What if everything you think you know about your own intelligence and talent is actually a lie that is quietly holding you back from greatness? Welcome back. Look, right now, as you listen to my voice, a silent battle is waging inside your subconscious mind. It is a war between the belief that you are born with a fixed deck of cards and the revolutionary truth that you can build an entirely new casino. Today, we are tearing open one of the most powerful psychological blueprints ever written, Mindset, the New Psychology of Success by the brilliant Stanford psychologist Dweck. If you have ever wondered why some people shatter glass ceilings while others with identical raw talent melt under pressure, your answer starts right here. But before we unlock the door, a quick warning. What you are about to discover might make you uncomfortable because it forces you to look directly in the mirror and question how you've handled failure your entire life. Stay with me, because by the time we hit the halfway mark, I'm going to share a shocking scientific secret that completely rewires how your brain processes rejection. A secret that will change how you approach every single obstacle from this day forward. Let us dive deep into the first foundational pillar of human potential and discover why your starting point does not dictate your finish line. Imagine two people walking into a room to take a high-stakes, incredibly difficult exam. Person A looks at the complex questions, feels a knot of dread in their stomach, and thinks, if I fail this, it proves I am stupid. Person B looks at the exact same test, smiles slightly, and thinks, this is hard, which means I'm about to learn something new. Welcome to the core dichotomy of Dweck's research, the fixed mindset versus the growth mindset. In a fixed mindset, your qualities are etched in stone. Your intelligence, your athletic ability, and your artistic talent are finite buckets that cannot be refilled. Every single task becomes a performance review where you must constantly prove you are smart and avoid looking foolish at all costs. On the flip side, the growth mindset operates on a radical premise that your basic abilities are raw clay that can be molded and shaped through tireless effort, strategic mentoring, and relentless persistence. It is not about pretending everyone can become Albert Einstein overnight. Rather, it is about recognizing that your true potential is an unknown, unknowable quantity. In this universe, a setback is not a neon sign proclaiming you are a failure. It is simply a data point telling you that you need to adjust your strategy and push harder. We have all done it. We look at a child who solves a math puzzle instantly and we say, "Wow, you are a natural genius." We think we're building their confidence, but according to Dweck's groundbreaking experiments, we're actually slipping a chemical trap door right beneath their feet. When you praise someone for being inherently smart or talented, you trap them in the fixed mindset. Why? Because the moment they encounter a challenge they cannot solve instantly, and trust me, that moment always arrives, their entire identity collapses. They think, if I'm a genius, why can't I solve this? That must mean I'm stupid now. To protect their fragile ego, they begin avoiding challenges altogether, choosing safe, easy tasks where they can guarantee a flawless performance. They stop learning. They stop experimenting. Meanwhile, the person who was praised for their effort, for trying different strategies, for sweating over the problem, for refusing to quit, learns to love the struggle. They realize that mastery is not a lightning strike of divine talent. It's the accumulation of scars, corrections, and persistent application. If you want to raise resilient humans, or if you want to bulletproof your own psyche, you must stop celebrating the gift and start celebrating the grit. Now, we've reached the critical crossroads of our journey, and I need you to lean in closely. Most people think rejection and failure are emotional brick walls meant to stop you in your tracks. But neuroscientists studying the growth mindset have uncovered a fascinating phenomenon happening inside the human brain during a setback. When a person with a fixed mindset fails, their brain activity flatlines. They tune out the feedback because it threatens their self-image. But when a person with a growth mindset faces an error or a failure, their brain lights up like a Christmas tree. Their neurons fire aggressively as they actively analyze the mistake, extract the lesson, and remap their neural pathways. In fact, Every single time you struggle through a difficult problem and refuse to give up, your brain physically grows new synaptic connections, a literal biological upgrade. This means failure is not the opposite of success. It is the essential fuel required to build success. If you can train yourself to get excited when things go wrong, to literally say, "Aha, my brain is growing right now," you unlock an unfair advantage that completely eliminates fear from your psychological toolkit. Let us step out of the classroom and look at the corporate world, because the mindset virus infects boardrooms just as easily as it does schoolyards. Dweck's research reveals two distinct types of corporate leaders: those who believe in natural-born executives and those who cultivate growth-oriented cultures. Fixed mindset CEOs are obsessed with looking like corporate royalty. They surround themselves with yes men, treat criticism as a personal insult, and constantly look for ways to protect their personal status rather than the long-term health of the company. When things go south, they blame the market, bad employees, or bad luck. They treat companies like Enron or Chrysler under certain eras as monuments to their own genius, leading to catastrophic collapses when reality finally catches up. Conversely, growth mindset leaders like Howard Schultz at Starbucks or Lou Gerstner at IBM treat the company as an ongoing ecosystem of learning. They acknowledge mistakes openly, study failures obsessively, encourage dissenting opinions, and invest heavily in training their people. They understand that a company does not thrive because of a single anointed genius at the top. It thrives because every single employee is given the environment and permission to evolve, adapt, and out-innovate the competition. The power of mindset does not stop at your career or grades. It bleeds directly into the most intimate areas of your life: your friendships, your romantic relationships, and your athletic pursuits. In relationships, a fixed mindset tells you that compatible partners are born, not made. People with this belief think that if a relationship requires hard work, communication, or compromise, it must be flawed from the root, leading them to constantly bail out at the first sign of friction. A growth mindset, however, views relationships as a joint journey of mutual growth. Partners work through conflicts together, treating disagreements not as deal breakers, but as opportunities to understand each other deeply and build a stronger bond. In sports, we see legendary athletes like Michael Jordan or Muhammad Ali, not born with superhuman skills out of thin air, but forged in the fires of obsession, grueling practice regimens, and a fierce refusal to accept defeat as a permanent state. They did not whine when they hit a wall. They used that wall as a springboard to jump higher. You too can apply this blueprint to your personal life by shifting your internal monologue from "I can't do this" to "I can't do this yet." We have journeyed deep into the architecture of human potential, uncovering how the simple shift from a fixed prison to a growth playground can alter the trajectory of your entire existence. Remember, your mind is not a museum meant to display static talents. It is a workshop meant for continuous creation, repair, and expansion. Every challenge is a tool, every failure is raw material, and every day is a fresh canvas. Now, let us turn this knowledge into momentum. If this breakdown resonated with you and opened your eyes to new possibilities, please take a quick second to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments below, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure to ring that bell icon so you never miss another deep dive into the world's most transformative ideas. Most importantly, share this video with a friend, family member, or colleague who needs to hear this message today. Thank you for staying until the very end. Keep embracing the struggle, and remember, you are only ever one mindset shift away from an entirely new life.